Good day, everyone. I want to show us how we can file our returns for the tax payer. So, the first thing to do is to click on the link, and something like this will pop up. And the first thing for us to do is to click on the login button. So, now clicking on the login button will show this information: payer ID, password, then others information. But the most important one here is payer ID and password. For those that do not have a payer ID, as Lagos State staff, you are supposed to reach out to them via email, or if you have someone that works there, they can help you send your or generate your payer ID. So for those that has payer ID, so the first thing to do is to enter your information or the payer ID number that was given or sent to you, then the password that you have generated or created. So after putting the payer ID and the password, I will click on the login. So putting on the login, I have all this information coming out on my dashboard, showing my information on their page. So where am I going is to go and file returns. So I will go on my left hand side and look for returns. Then under the returns, I click on it, two portion: my tax return and employer field return. So I'll click on my tax return. Clicking on my tax return, it will take me to a page that shows filed returns here. So I'm supposed to click it, but before I click it, you can see that I'm already fill my own returns for the 3 years: 2023, 2024, 2025. That's why it's showing this on my dashboard. But if you have not filled, what you need to do is to click on file returns here. So once you click on file returns here, it will take you to this page. Now, you will see that 2025 is here. You can click on it. You can see that 2023, 2024, 2025, they are here. If you have not filled any of them, you can fill them. But if you have filled before, just fill this 2025 one. So now, what to fill at the information below? We have statement of income. Then we have the mandatory disclosure of accommodation. Then support staff, for those that have other staff that work with them. Asset declaration, if you want to declare your asset. Then other disclosure for relief. So the major one that concerns us most as a civil servant or public servant is the statement of income, that is gross annual income, and mandatory disclosure of accommodation. If I click on it now, it will not give me the page because I've already done it. So I will just show us how it will look like when you want to do it, when you click it. So when you click it, that statement of income now is supposed to show you something like this, that contain information of total income, salary, trade income, pension, gratuity, commission, allowance. So what concerns me more is the total income or the salary. So if, for example, you are collecting 200,000 in a month before tax, so 200,000 times 12, that is like, let's say, 2.4 million. So 2.4 million, that's what you will write here. Then you can, other ones will be left blank, you will not even touch it. because these are for people that has business owners or people that are working with other companies. But because we are working with Lagos State, so all of these things have been removed from for us already. So we just save. After saving it, so the next one is mandatory disclosure of accommodation. This one too, if I click on it now, it won't allow me to work on it because I've already done it. So but I will show us what it will look like when we open it. So the same thing, here like this. So this is what it will look like. It will look like, if I edit now, it will look like your address, your accommodation type, your ownership type, owner name. So now address, I'm going to put address where I'm staying. For example, the type of accommodation that I'm staying in. Then the type of ownership type, am I the landlord, tenant? I will put there. The owner name, that's for the landlord. Now since you are not the landlord, you might just leave it or put not available. So the rent you are paying, you put the amount there, for example. Then the rent paid by employer, are they paying your house rent? You put the amount there. If they are not paying, just leave it there. The date that you started paying, most of the time this begins from January to December. It's like it's a yearly calendar year. So if I put anything outside the year, it will not work out. So now I put January to December. So after that I will save. Immediately I save, for example. So now you already telling me that for the 2025 I've already created. Then I should just, after creating it, it's okay, then I should confirm submission. If I'm okay with what I've written down. If I'm not okay, I can go back and edit it, and that's all. So if then you can now do the same thing for 2024, 2023. You can do the same thing for all and submit, and that's all for the file returns. Thank you.